In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create the sunset flow in Klaviyo. So this sunset flow is one of the most important flow in Klaviyo, even though it doesn't generate lots of revenue, because this flow is going to help you, increase your email deliverability and also reduce your Klaviyo billing. So let's dive into it. But first of all, let's talk about what the sunset flow is. So the flow is basically an email flow used to re-engage customers who haven't engaged with your brand in a while. Basically, what this means is that there are people in your email list who haven't engaged with you in a while. This could be maybe they haven't, opened an email or clicked an email. So this flow acts as a fine opportunity to, reach out to those people again and try to re-engage them before they finally suppress them. So that's basically what the sunset flow is. And like I mentioned earlier, this flow, is going to help you increase your email deliverability, because when you remove people who are not engaging with your emails anymore, when you remove them from your email list, that's going to increase your email deliverability and make sure that your emails are landing in inboxes, and also reduce your Klaviyo billing, because when you remove these people from your Klaviyo won't be charging you for these people because they are not active anymore. So that's why this flow is very important. So now let's get into how to create the sunset flow. So there are 3 stages to creating this sunset flow. And the first one is creating the unengaged segment. Second one is creating the flow itself, and also suppress those profiles. So I'm going to be walking you through these 3 steps one by one. So starting with the first one, we are creating the unengaged segment. So to do that is very simple. All you have to do is to list and segment, then click on create segment, and you can name it unengaged segment. But I'm just going to show you the one I had before. So here is going to be what someone has done or not done, receive email at least once over all time. And we want to use the and condition, open email. So it's going to be received email at least once over all time. So we're using this to ensure that this person has received email from us before. And we're going to use and condition on the second step. Open email 0 times in the last 180 days. And again, click email 0 times in the last 180 days. And check out 0 times in the last 180 days. And lastly, can receive email marketing. So let me start with the 180 days that we are using here. 180 days is not the default time. So you can choose between anything from 90 days to 180 days. This will depend on your sending volume and how many people you have on your email list, right? So 180 days might not be the optimal number for you. Yours could be 90 days, 120 days, right? But we just find 180 days to work better. You can work out this number as you prefer. So 180 days for these 3, open email 0 times 180 days, click email 0 times 180 days, check out 0 times in the last 180 days. So that's that for the segment. So the next thing we're going to be doing is creating the flow. So when you're done, you just want to click on create segment. If it's a new one, you're just going to click on create segments here. So the second thing, like I mentioned, is creating the flow. So to create this flow is very, very easy. All you have to do is go to your flows on the left side here. You want to click on flows here, check sunset. So there are 2 types here. We have the sunset unengaged and we have the sunset engaged customer versus non-customer. So the reason why we are using customer versus non-customer is that we want to speak to people a little bit different, right? But if you want, you can just go with the standard. So here on the trigger, I want to click on the trigger is going to be unengaged sunset that we just created. Unengaged sunset. Then that's gonna be the trigger to create this flow. So I'm just gonna click on create flow. But let me show you from the one we had before. So you can see here, the trigger for this segment is unengaged sunset, and the profile filter. The first filter we have here is open email 0 times since starting this flow, and click email 0 times since starting this flow. Paste order 0 times since starting this flow, and person can receive an email. So these are the profile filters that are quite important for this flow. Then you can have the 1 day here, which is fine. Then the conditional split, like I mentioned earlier, because we are using this to speak to people differently. So you can see here, as placed order at least once over all time, they will go down this part. As placed order If they haven't placed order at least one time before, they will go down the no part. So that's basically the first email. In this email, by default, Klaviyo keep this email as a plain text, and I kind of like to keep it like that, having it as plain text. And the reason is because for us, we just like to speak to people, making this email come from the founder of the brand, right? Because somebody haven't received your email, or they haven't opened your email or clicked your email in a while. You might just want to come to them and speak to them from a personal perspective, right? So that's why we like to have this email as a plain text. And also from the subject line perspective, we like to make it very, very personalized, and make it sound like you're asking them a question, or making it something very, very intriguing, and something that will get them to open, right? So you can see here, an example of that is, we need to talk first name, right? So if somebody send you this kind of message, you'll be like, why does this person want to talk to me? And also, we like to have the sender name as the name of the founder of the brand, and also email of the founder of the brand. This is an example of what the email looks like. Hey, first name, this is Abib, founder of my income shop. So we are making this email very personalized. Same thing with the second one. So you can see in this example, it's the same concept. Anything wrong, first name. But something I wanted to show you here is this manage preference here. So you can see it says, if you're not receiving the kind of content you expected, or we've been coming on a little strong, kindly reply to this email with your thoughts, or manage your preference here. So because we've also seen cases whereby the reason why people are not engaging with your emails might not be because they don't want to, but because they are receiving too many emails, or they are receiving emails they don't want from you. So you can use this manage preference to give them option to choose the kind of content they want, or when they want to receive this content, and they can also unsubscribe if they want to. But this is just an option that we give people here. But however, on the last part here, you can see, want out of the loop, you can also unsubscribe. So that's how we construct the first email. But then some people like to use graphic design emails like this one, and these are some examples here. So you can see here, it says, we haven't seen you in a while. If you like to keep receiving our emails, confirm. If you want to unsubscribe, you can also click this button. So it's the same concept with the plain text, but this is more like a graphic design. So if you don't want plain text, if you just want to use graphics, that's also fine. You can do that. And also, I'm going to be giving all these examples in this email template, both the graphics and the plain text. So I'm going to be leaving the description in the video, so you can click the button to access my Profit Accelerator email template that gives you all the emails your e-commerce store needs, from the welcome flow to browser abandonment. So all the email you need, all the templates are in this Profit Accelerator email kit. So that's for the first email. The second email is basically where we are giving the offer. So we are just using this to get people to come back, and give them an offer to get them to engage with us again, and in this case, get them to buy a product. So the third email is basically where we are finally breaking up and be like, hey, maybe you don't want to receive email from us anymore. We just want to use this last email to get them out of our list and get them good night. So those are the three major emails here that we use. But like I said, you don't need to use the first one if you don't want to. You can just go straight into the offer, which is like, hey, get 25% discount off to come back and buy from us again. Then we have this last part, which is very, very important. So it's going to be profile property update. So here you can see it says create unengaged as true. So basically what that means is that after someone has gone through all these emails, on the last part, we want to update their profile as unengaged as true. So these are the people that we're going to suppress from our emails. So to do that is very simple. All you have to do is come here and drag this profile property update. You just want to drag it under here, create unengaged. So you can see create new property, right? Then click on just name it unengaged. Then the type is going to be boolean, and it's going to be true. Like that's all you have to do, and click on save. So that's for the profile property update. So the next thing we want to do now is suppress this profile. So obviously, after creating this profile, like I said, we now want to take those people out of our email list. And to do that, you just want to go to your list and segment, then create a segment. So name of segment is unengaged as true. Then properties about someone is unengaged. Then it's true, bowling. if anyone has never gone through that flows I just created, if no one has gone through that flows before, you might not see this unengaged property here because no one has activated that profile, right? But if someone has gone through that flow, immediately you will see this unengaged profile here. So it's going to be unengaged, then it's going to be true, then bowling, and click 0 times in the last 90 days, open email 0 times in the last 90 days, and also can receive email marketing. So after creating this segment, the next thing we want to do is export segment to CSV. So when you click on that, it's going to download this segment to your computer. And what you want to do next is click on profiles. So you want to go to profiles here, then click on view suppress profiles. Then after that, we want to import. So if we click on import and click on upload, it's going to upload that same segment you just, downloaded on your computer. And after doing that, it's going to suppress those profiles. So that's basically how to create the sunset flow and how to suppress profiles in Klaviyo. Like I said, if you want all these email templates and you want to use it for your store, I'm going to leave the link in the description to access my Profit Accelerator email templates. And if you have any question for me, just leave them in the comment section below. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.